In today's video I will be making condensed milk and caramel from just sugar, milk powder and a bit of water. I'm Kirsty, my husband's Dean. I hope you enjoy the video. This one is super easy. We just need 1 cup of milk powder, which is 250 grams, and half a cup of sugar, which is 125 grams. I'm going to give that a mix together. And then we are going to add half a cup of hot water, which is 125 mils. And we'll give that a good mix before we turn on the heat. We want to get as many of the lumps out as possible before we turn the heat on. Now I'm just going to turn it on low to medium. I'm going to stick with low. It's just on a very low heat. And I'm just going to stir continuously. Until all the sugar is dissolved, it's all together and it's nice and thick. And that's it done. A lovely thick condensed milk. It will continue to thicken up on cooling. I'm just going to put it in a jar. So what I've done, I've just heated the jar up slightly with a bit of warm water so it doesn't shatter when I pour it in. And this will last about a week in the fridge, so you can make it slightly ahead. There is our condensed milk. Now for the caramel.
Oh, hi there. You've caught me doing a little bit of light reading. Well, while I've got your attention, why don't you pop down below, give us a little like, comment and subscribe. All the usual things I'm begging away for. It really does help the channel. Now, while you go back to the video, I'm going back to my book.
For the caramel, we need 1 cup of sugar, which is 250 grams. Going to break up them big bits. It's a heavy bottom saucepan and 2 tablespoons of water, which is 215 ml. And we are going to put that onto a medium to a high heat. And we're not going to stir this, we can give it a swirl, but we're not doing any stirring at all. For the milk part, we need half a cup, which is 125 grams of milk powder. And 1 cup of water. We're going to give that a good stir to make sure there's no lumps. I'm just going to leave that until we need it once the sugar has turned a golden colour. It's nearly there now, we just need it to go slightly darker, more golden colour, and then we're going to take it off the heat and add the milk. We just need to be careful here because we don't want it burning. You can do it without adding the tablespoons of water, but I find it's much harder to not burn if you do it that way. Right, I'm going to take it off the heat. So I need to be very careful at this bit because it will bubble up. I'm going to pour the milk in. It is very hot, so be very, very careful at this point. And we're just going to mix it all together. And bring it back on the heat. Just on a low simmer. We're just going to melt it all in together. It's all mixed in, so we're just going to simmer it for around 10 minutes on a low heat, just until it thickens and reduces. If you don't want it any thicker, if you want it for coffees and things, you can take it off the heat now. But I want it a nice thick caramel to go on tops of ice creams and things. We need to make sure we stir it continuously at this point. with that now. It will thicken up more as it cools. So what I'm going to do is turn off the heat. And just let it rest for a few minutes before I put it in the jar. If you wanted to add a bit of sea salt and stir it in, now would be the time to do it. But I've just got my jar warming it's just stood in some hot water. I'm not sterilising the jars, they are just washed and dry because they will only last a little while in the fridge. Now that is nice and hot now. I'm just going to pour it in and leave it to cool, and then once it's cool I'm going to pop it in the fridge to cool further. And that's them done. Our favourite thing for us to use them for is fudge that I've already done a video on, so I will link that in the corner and in the description. Well, here is our condensed milk. And here is our caramel that I've just had some ice cream. Lovely and easy. From things we got in our £25 Pantry starter video. I hope you've enjoyed, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye.